Alright guys, we are on the road once again. We are on the road. That is, as you can see, a busy road, and this is America. This is the United States of America. If you look on this side, right there, those are my fellow drivers going on about their business, and we happen to be sharing the road right now as I go where I am going. If you look on the other side, you'll see, for example, there is a bank called Trust or Trust, whatever you want to say. But this is what is happening. So let's see what's going on. Let's drive around and see what's going on. Welcome to the United States of America. Welcome to the US of A on Monday, I beg your pardon, on a Tuesday afternoon. This is how it looks. Okay. So right now we are kind of stuck in traffic, but we will make it. We definitely hope we are going to make it in this traffic. One thing about the United States, well, especially here where I am in Virginia, the traffic, you can be stuck in traffic, but it moves. At least it moves. So you cannot be stuck. Like people do get stuck in some places which I will not mention for now. Like you can be stuck for hours on end and you don't know what is going on. So here, most of the time is you get stuck, yes, but just for a while, unless, of course, if there is a major accident on the road, sometimes you can be there for a while. And maybe if there's a road accident and some people, die, then definitely that might take you a while before they start moving again. But otherwise, the regular traffic, is touch and go, stop and go, and usually it doesn't take a long time. I was trying to avoid a situation whereby I am cutting off that driver. Yeah, so that's how it is here. You see, like now we are moving. There's lots of cars even on the highway there. They are all moving slowly but surely, and everybody gets to where they want to go. Yeah, so that's what's cutting here, guys. We are on the highway. The road that we just took is called I-95, all the way from Florida to Maine, right into Canada, actually. One of the main roads in the United States, interstate road, that's what they call them here. One of the major interstates in the United States, from coast to coast. Yep. As you can see ahead of us, there's a bridge, a drawbridge, and you are always told to prepare to stop when flashing, because anything can happen here. If if it's flashing, you need to stop and let whatever vessel it is to pass. It doesn't happen always, but it does sometimes. I want to show you Potomac River. Potomac River, that's what you're looking at right now. Potomac River, one of the biggest rivers in the United States of America. Okay? That's it. That's a river, ladies and gentlemen. That's not a lake or an ocean. It's a river. Yeah, but I must mention that this is one of the areas where it's quite wide, because if you go further up this way, that river becomes slimmer as you go up. But down here, as it heads towards the Atlantic Ocean, it becomes quite wide. Quite wide. Okay? Yeah, that's where we are. And people are enjoying themselves. I can see some people on boats. It's a good time to get out there because it's, of course, springtime here in the United States right now. We are on the east coast of the United States. Springtime. Even people who have not been going out for many months are now out and about. We are taking this exit right now, exit 2B, and we are getting on 295, which is one of the roads that lead to downtown Washington, D.C. It leads to downtown Washington, D.C. And fortunately, around here, usually there isn't a lot of traffic. Hardly would you get a lot of traffic here. But a little further up, sometimes you might run into traffic. But you see, what is happening right now is that we are on a road that goes into the city, and it's late afternoon. And what that means is that there aren't as many people going to the city as there would be in the morning. Makes sense? I'm sure it does. If you look on the other side of this road, you will see that there is quite some traffic and slowing down, because obviously, as I explained, it is without a doubt because people are now leaving the city, going home and other places, but mainly leaving the city. All that traffic is actually leaving Washington, D.C., going towards Virginia. And we are on the road towards Washington, D.C. I don't know if you can see, guys, up there, that is part of Virginia, across the river that I just talked about, Potomac River. Up there would be the other side of it, which is actually Virginia. Okay, so we continue with our trip going towards Washington, D.C. This is one of the places where they have a speed camera. You cannot do over 50 miles per hour. Well, people do over 50 miles per hour, but if you do over 60, then you get a photo of yourself, of your car taken, and you know what that means. You have to pay up, or you get a ticket, and if you don't pay within good time, they will take you to court, and you end up paying even more whenever they will catch you, even in the future. So that's how life is here. People do get tickets for speeding. I am actually one of them who have gotten quite a few over time. but not very common. Once in a while, you find yourself, you find them having taken a picture of your car because you are doing a speed that is above the limit or above the allowed speed. Yeah, other than that, right now we are cruising quite well, quite comfortably here, only doing 60 miles per hour. And as you can see, I'm also showing you, it's a kind of a sightseeing drive, this one. You see Malcolm X Avenue and Dorothea Dix Avenue. All those are up here. If you do exit on exit 45, I beg your pardon, exit 2 will take you to some of those avenues that I just told you about. So yes, this is an afternoon drive headed towards Washington DC. Let's try and clean the windshield and see what happens, because it's getting a bit dusty here. One thing about spring here in the US, and not just the US, I know a lot more about that regarding the East Coast. I'm not very sure that every other state gets what I'm about to talk about, and that's the pollen. There's a lot of pollen that falls from all these trees that you see all these trees. It's a lot of pollen, and for some of us who are quite allergic to the pollen, it's not a very good time. But you know what, life is like that sometimes. You will find yourselves in situations that you may not necessarily be enjoying, but life must go on, as they say. Alright, so those are some of my fellow drivers here. Ahead there, I don't know if you can see, is an ambulance. Not quite sure where it is going, but certainly going about its business. The speed limit once again here is 50 miles per hour. We are cruising, we are now passing South Capitol Street and Suitland Parkway exit, which is exit 4, right here in Washington DC in the United States of America. If you look closely, you see now here the road is gonna split, and one goes towards downtown, as you see, and the other one goes up north towards the road that we left, which is Interstate 95. So this split here means that we are getting closer to downtown Washington DC. And I see we are also getting closer to the ambulance that I just talked to you about. Maybe because there's quite some traffic and even the ambulance has slowed down. But you know, one thing about ambulances, I don't know about where you are, but here ambulances, especially when they have their sirens running, you are given space by the motorists, by the drivers. Seems to car just stopped there. That's very dangerous. I hope he is fine. I hope certainly it's not, whatever it is, it's not fine, but hopefully they will be okay. That's not a very good spot to stop. I'm sure the car got into some mechanical issues, or experienced some mechanical issues. All right. Okay, so we are on home stretch, ladies and gentlemen. By the way, even as I give you this tour, it's important that you know that it's important that you also subscribe to this channel. Please subscribe to this channel so you can get more content that will be uploaded here. We are now kind of stuck. This is what I was talking about. Actually, the closer you get to the city, to downtown, the slower it gets and more the chances of being into a bumper to bumper situation. But we are bumper to bumper with you, our viewer here, so you're gonna see everything that we are seeing. You see, we already stuck in traffic. That's quite common around here. As we get closer to exit 1C, going north on this road of 2, I think this is 295. Yeah, so that's what's going on. Quite some traffic. I'm imagining there might be some accident ahead, even though many times this place gets quite slow. The traffic gets quite bumper to bumper. Usually it doesn't come this far. It's usually about another 200-300 meters from here up there. That's where you will find this traffic that is too much. Nonetheless, as I told you, traffic here at least moves. Regardless of what's going on, the traffic moves. It could be slow, but it moves. That is important. So that's the other side of this road. As you can see, those people are cruising at very high speeds because their traffic is not as much as ours, you know. And the simple explanation, as I was trying to tell you, is that we are getting into town. And besides, not just getting into town, I've remembered something else. It is also one of the areas that there are quite a number of intersections. People going north on Highway 395. Actually, it's also an interstate, 395. People going north there towards Baltimore, and others continuing and also taking other exits that also not just exits, but other roads that join this road from other roads. I hope I'm making sense. As in, there are roads that, instead of saying we are exiting, there are roads that lead onto this road. So this is an area that has got very many intersections and, you know, by roads and overpasses and all that, and so it makes it quite tough for traffic. Okay, that's a Subaru Legacy, one of my favorite cars. Subarus are good cars, made in Japan. Yep. Up there you can see One Life Fitness, and there's free parking if you want to go and do some gym work. There's a lot. I can see that they have written that you can get strength and get the cardio equipment right there. Generally, sports club and free parking for that fitness. It's a fitness place. Yeah. So that sound you are hearing is from my air conditioning. See, because it's getting hot now here in Washington DC. It's getting quite hot, and also, okay, it's not really hot right now, hot, but this one other reason that I'm running the air conditioning is because of the pollen that I talked to you about. So ordinarily, sometimes I would open the windows and then just have the air coming in from outside. But now, because of this pollen, and I'm quite allergic to it, I try to minimize activities that would lead to us having a lot of pollen inside the car, and that explains why the AC is running right now. Yeah, but other than that, it's nice weather outside. You can see the sun up there. Up there you see now the signs of the fact that we are getting right into Washington DC. If you look further up, and I'm hoping that my camera can catch that, is the Washington Monument, one of the most well-known landmarks that tells you that indeed you are in Washington DC. Yep. This road does take you to Richmond, Virginia. If you keep going, eventually you will also join the other road that we left, which I was explaining is one of the most iconic interstates in the United States, I-95. There's a plane far away. A plane is about to land at Reagan National Airport. We just lost it. So let's continue running our camera here so that you can see the kind of traffic we have to deal with sometimes here in Washington. The car ahead of me is an Acura, also one of the quite nice cars that they sell here in America. It's a cabby. It's a taxi. It's a taxi. And that's a Subaru Outback. That's, I think, a Mazda, if I'm not wrong. And thank you for giving us way there. Capitol building. The Capitol building. I hope you can see it, ladies and gentlemen. So we are trying to balance here, driving and at the same time swinging this camera for you to see what's going on. It's a bit boring getting stuck in traffic, honestly. Not a bit, it's quite boring. When one could be doing more productive work, they stay in traffic. So if I had my way, I would fly around in a drone and leave these people here stuck in traffic. But because I don't have a drone and I don't have that kind of money to fly around, and besides I don't think it's even allowed to do that. We are not there yet. There are plans to have air taxis along the way. Nobody knows when exactly that is going to happen here in the United States. But when that happens, I'm sure Washington DC will be part of one of the first cities to experience that phenomenon. But until that happens, when or if it ever does, for now we are stuck in traffic. That's an Audi. Also quite a nice car. Actually, to tell you the truth, the people here drive very nice cars, generally speaking. And you also, and maybe this is a topic that we can discuss another day. One thing that car makers have to do in order to bring their cars to the United States is to follow very stringent rules and requirements for them to make cars for the American market. For example, cars for the American market are very different from other markets. And if you're a car maker and you are not willing to follow those requirements, then you cannot sell your cars to the United States market. It's as simple as that. Toyota is quite a big name here. And as you all know, Toyota is Japanese, but it has made its name here, and it has got a very good market. But all of them have to follow certain requirements in order to sell cars to the American owners and drivers. No compromise on that. I'm trying to get on this lane right now because I'm about to exit. Guys, we are almost there. Don't give up on me. Please keep be patient. Be patient. We are almost there. We are exiting now on exit 5B and A, which does take us right into downtown Washington DC. You see now all those people are stuck in that traffic because they are not exiting like I am, and I'm able now to move quite fast here as we exit and get into town. We are right in town, ladies and gentlemen. This is an area that is pretty close to the capital. The capital here means like the Congress buildings, which other places would be called like Parliament buildings. This is very close to Capitol buildings. And as you can see, the streets are almost empty, almost bare, because it's late afternoon and most people have left the city. It's as simple as that. It's late afternoon and most people have left the city. There are some of the things. It's clear that that would be a resident in one of the condos in town. Because if you are walking a dog here, it means that you live close by, almost definitely. Okay, there's a bus there. That's the Bible Museum of the Bible we just passed. On my left is a McDonald's, and we are almost here. So we have to show our car. Please subscribe to our channel. I hope you enjoyed that ride. That's all we were able to do together today, because we have to go and do some other business. For now, I thank you for keeping me company, and I hope to see you in the next one. For now, subscribe and like. Hit the like button so that you don't miss out on our content that we'll be uploading here on this channel, which is quite some good content, I can assure you. Bye for now. See you in the next one.